There's some other icons though. There is this one, this fist icon. This marks this unit to be a melee unit. And then there's this eye icon on top of it. That marks that this is a detector unit, so it can see invisible units. In contrast to this fist, there is this more pronounced fist, and that usually means that it's not normal melee unit, but power melee unit. That means it has extra damage against certain armor types like heavy armor or super heavy infantry armor. Then there are these bullet units. They usually mean small arms fire, standard ranged units. You have the crosshair, which would be snipers usually. Here again we see the eye symbol, and the grenade symbol means this unit usually can throw a grenade in some kind of way, shape or form. Then there are plus symbols that usually means some kind of upgrade for the unit. And what else can we see? Oh, here also very interesting, we have a small arm with crosshair around it, something like that. That's a rare symbol. I think it's only on grenade launcher heretics. So yeah, this symbol means they have grenade launcher. Usually I think it's some kind of AoE weapon. What this means. Also here we have Chaos Lord with his combi flamer. He has a flame symbol on top, which usually means this is a unit that has a flamethrower in some kind of form or shape. Yes, Strider. not quite true. I have played this and I have double proof that I did touch a girl. Or at least impregnate her. So, you lie. I don't know if there's any other symbols here to see.
Support structure complete.
Not quite yet, so I guess we will not keep watching this. Because there's nothing to see with the bots. Ja. Schatz, die Nerds sagen, du bist ein wahrer Held, weil du mit mir zusammen bist. Nur so, dass du Bescheid weißt. Ja, she says thank you, Tom. Guess I'll just build every single Space Marine unit and we will look at the unit indicators with the different levels and stuff. So smaller. So as you see, take some time before you can field the next units. Usually you would field more tier 1.0 units, and this is what these are usually called, because they don't cost any power. You see their costs are just time, population, and requisition from bottom to top. Therefore, you can build them right at the start of the game. Usually, you start with your hero and one of these units, and you would build two more in most of your games of these 1.0. Then there are tier 1.5 units. You don't not need to tier up to tier level 2 like this to build them, but you do need some power to get them, so they come in a little later in the game. We will now build them. If you click your main base, or if you click press F1 or this button, you get to your base. So you don't actually need to go to your base to build anything. You can just be anywhere on the map, right click for a relay button, or put the relay on your hero, for example. Then it will move with him, you see. And every new build unit will get the move order towards your hero or whatever you have that order to. And Well, we now have a Devastator. As you can see, they have two symbols. Um, the stacked
Our allies'
ammunition,
forces are under
which
attack.
means they are a rather heavy weapon. Um, and they have this little clock on top, which means they are a setup team. And setup teams usually have setup time, so it needs some time before they can fire after they stop moving. They cannot fire on the move, as most other units can.
An ally has secured a
When you
requisition
set them
point.
up, you don't setup teams, you don't move them with just a right click,
Our
but
allies
you
have
hold
set
the
their
button and
ruins.
drag it towards a direction where you want them to face, and then they cover this ground, which means they can be flanked. If anything
An
approaches
ally has
them from the
secured a
back, they
requisition
cannot
point.
fire upon it unless you tell them to turn around like this. Next unit is another melee unit, as you can see, but now you have this little
Are we to accept
family home on
defeat?
top of them, but that's actually an arrow to the top, which means they go up, and boy do they go up. They are jump units, and therefore they can jump. In this case, they even create some cover with the craters they create when they land. Most jump units have some range damage resistance during the jump, because they are so fast they can barely be hit,
An ally has
And they
taken a
can
victory point.
travel over impassable terrain, even over shot blockers like this building. So I can easily just jump then here, for example. They will fly over this building, even though they clip through it briefly.
Our foes push into our
Um,
territory.
they just make it over there,
Reading you clear and true. And we
which
shall
is good,
secure those
fine,
resources.
and dandy, and exactly what you want. While they slay that orc banner, this is all there is to tier 1, and we do have to cancel the overwatch so there's not another assault unit. This is how the Devastator fires, and this red flashing means a unit is suppressed. That is equal to losing their morale in Dawn of War 1, and in Dawn of War 2 usually means they have to retreat, equal to Company of Heroes, for example. These units will still do full melee damage, but in ranged they will have increased
Orcs have
cooldowns,
penetrated our front
therefore
lines.
they will
An ally has secured a battlefield.
um, fire way slower. So they will usually bring out their first salvo, and then when the first weapon cooldown starts, it will take ages for them to fire the next salvo,
An ally
or
has secured a
burst
requisition
for that
point.
matter.
Scouts
So
have
the
their
scouts
position
now
confirmed.
have this little AoE thing. In
Going in
this
now.
case, it stands for shotguns. They do not do any AoE damage really,
The Codex
but
Astartes
I
guides
guess
us
it
to victory.
also means control weapon or
No mercy,
something like
no
that.
respite.
Yeah, one thing that's quite important, if you want something to take cover
Scouts here.
properly,
Going.
you need to click on the side of the cover you want them, and then drag until the dots are around
Additional
where you
units
want
have
them.
become available,
And
Commander.
then if you release, they will actually take
An
position
ally has
in
taken
the
a victory
cover,
point.
ready to fire in the direction. Because cover is directional. Even though they are in cover, if something shoots them from the back, the cover is
An
useless.
ally has secured a
Which is why you
requisition
always want
point.
to be on the right side of the cover. Like this. Yeah. These tacticals now have a flamer, hence the flame symbol. It's just one of their units, so they are still a ranged unit, indicated by the well, small arm symbol, but also flamers.
We are losing a requisition
Um,
point to the
this
enemy.
one, very special symbol, it's for plasma. These units are good against all targets. In this case, also a setup unit with huge range. You can even attack ground with it. And problem is, the shot travels slowly, does destroy the map, so it creates cover.
Our
But that's not
fortifications are under
a
assault.
huge issue.
The enemy has
This
3
will
unit
damage
points remaining.
all targets, I said that. Well, it's easy to dodge and easy to jump, that's the problem with it. Then we have this one, it doesn't have a symbol at all. Vehicle armor, melee unit. What can you do? Um, Plasma has no upgrades, so we'll just ditch it. These can have different weapons.
Guns.
So this will be a plasma gun and not a plasma cannon. That's a little lighter, so it's not good against vehicles, but it is good against... Okay, just gets the plus with the plasma gun. So yeah, small arms fire plus. In this case, this gun is very effective against heavy and super heavy infantry targets,
Acquisition point.
but does less damage against light infantry. So you do not upgrade this when there's light infantry, like most orcs or small turnips.
We do not have enough resources at this time.
Slay the orcs. See, he can just walk through the tank traps because he's a walker. These orcs have no chance against this dreadnought, so they just flee. Already killed a couple of models. Now they hide in a building. That's not smart because he has AoE, so he can punch through the walls and use his flamer as well. That went poorly for the orcs. Here we have another vehicle, so vehicles do not have any indicators of what kind of damage they do. I never really noticed. Good to know. Here we have a power melee. See how this fist is. Looks different than the fist of the assaults. So he does power melee. Sub-hero unit, to what people call this. Yeah, nothing to say there. So if it's a unit that is not a vehicle and only has one model, then it's another second hero unit. Those cannot be revived, just rebought, but otherwise they completely behave as heroes. Just like them. See, this one would be an AV unit. They have this little rocket, even if they don't fire rockets. So if I upgrade this to a las cannon, which is also anti-vehicle, they will have the same symbol, even though they fire las cannon and not a rocket. Oh no, they actually get the rocket symbol here and still are a setup team, unlike the tacticals that are ranged units with a rocket launcher. So that's that. Here we have Sternguard, very interesting units because they can change ammunition. Now they have the Dragonfire bolts, good against garrisons and cover. This has this quite rare symbol. See, las cannon. And there are the Kraken penetrator rounds, good against heroes and heavy infantry, exactly. And then there are Hellfire rounds, good against light infantry. They have some kind of poison with them. And then there are Vengeance rounds, poison indicated by this. Vengeance rounds are even more penetrating than Kraken. They are good against super heavy infantry and vehicles. Also quite rare symbol. Special even. I think these guys are an elite unit, right? They are not existent in the normal game. And that's it with what you can see on the map.